Baseball action, and we're going to slide through these games. Did not get as in-depth with these games today, just kind of bang through them. Not a huge slate, so we're just going to get in the meat and the potatoes and just kind of bang into those picks and not really break them down too much. We'll do some breakdowns tomorrow. But anyway, let's hop into some Major League Baseball action, beginning with the Nationals taking on the Mets. 12:10 Eastern first pitch in Flushing, Queens. The Nats open the betting as the $1.20 favorite, total 7.5. 30-cent move toward the Nats up to $1.50. Once again, the Nationals open $1.20 up to -150, total 7.5. 62% of the consensus is leaning toward the Nats. 63% of the consensus is shaded toward the under. Right now, the Mets are plus 135 on the money line. The Nats are plus 120 on the run line. We have Strasburg for the Nats, Mats for New York. Washington is 22nd in hits, 24th in runs allowed. I like the Mets at home in this spot here, catching the plus money. I want to make sure. Give me the Mets plus 1.5 and the over 7.5 in that game. Next matchup, Rockies, Pirates, 12:35 Pittsburgh. The Pirates open the betting as the $1.20 favorite, total at 8. 10-cent move toward the Pirates and movement upward on the total, -130 and 8.5. Once again, the Pirates open $1.20 up to -130. Total open 8 up to 8.5. 62% on Pittsburgh, 53% on the under. Colorado's plus 120. Pittsburgh's plus 160 on the run line. We have Sensatella for Colorado, Lyles for the Pirates. Sensatella's got a 4.89 ERA. Lyles is 4-1 with a 1.97 ERA. Give me the Buccos. Pittsburgh -130 and the under 8.5 in that game. And before we go ahead and move on, just want to take a quick timeout and bang through some shout-outs. Sorry we did it right in the middle of the podcast, but I got to make sure these guys are recognized. Shout out to Sean Smith, Jared from Sports Gambling Daily, who has a fantastic YouTube channel of his own. That's Sports Gambling Daily. Make sure you guys check him out. Great content there. Shout out to Billy the Kid, Bleds W, great friend of mine. Bleds W has been with me for the past couple of years. He's been with me back in the days where I would get like 20 views a video and nobody cared, and he was always very supportive. Shout out Nick Manley, Maine Stevens, Chuck Half Pinter, Quinn Green, the Q-Dog, Quinn Green, Tony Kirk Franklin, the Dingman, C. Dinger, Ulysses Hayes, who actually asked me if I was going to be in Atlantic City this weekend. I will not be in Atlantic City this weekend. I'll actually be at work. I'll be at work, not only Saturday, but on Memorial Day as well. My company, we acquired another business, and we go live on Saturday, like we're turning their website off, and then we're turning it back on under our servers on Saturday. So I have to be there overnight. I'm getting to work Saturday night at 9 and staying till like 7. So not going to be a fun Memorial Day weekend for me. But, that's a price you pay when you make the big bucks, I guess. I don't know. I guess that's what they're saying. But anyway, Ulysses, best of luck to you in Atlantic City. Just saw in the news they're building an addition down at the Borgata. I think it's a $12 million addition. They're going to include, I guess, a bigger sportsbook area. But they're going to put some tables in there as well, where you can play blackjack and some other games. So anyway, Ulysses, best of luck to you. Hopefully we can link up sometime in Atlantic City in the near future. Shout out to Lux Boss. Matt, it's going to be May, representing the Beard Gang. Stress Freezy, who I think is Proline Master. Sports Freezy. Looks very similar to Proline Master. But anyway, shout out to Stress Freezy. Shout out to CQP Underboss, which I'm not sure if you're a boss, you're under a boss, or you're the underboss. Like, I take nothing but unders. I love unders and defense. But anyway, shout out to you, CQP Underboss, Mike Latour, and then last but not least, Jerry, we the best. No, Jerry, you're the best. All right, let's go ahead and slide into our next game. Yankees, Orioles. 12:35. Now, we cashed 2 days in a row on this series on Patreon. Really, really pounding the Orioles on the run line. But anyway, Yankees, Orioles, 12:35 Eastern first pitch in Baltimore. The Yankees open 195 total, 9.5. Nickel move toward the Yanks and downward on the total, minus 209 flat. Once again, the Yankees open 195 up to minus 200. Total open 9.5 down to 9 flat. 68% are leaning Yankees, 59% shaded toward the over. The Orioles are plus 180. Yankees minus 135 on the run line. Tanaka for the Yanks, Bundy for the O's. Tanaka's 3-3 with a 3.09 ERA for the Yanks. Bundy's 2-5 with a 4.66 ERA for Baltimore. Give me the Yankees minus 1.5 and the over 9 runs in that game. Red Sox, Blue Jays, give me Boston winning this one outright. Next game, Marlins, Tigers, 110 Eastern first pitch in Detroit. The Tigers open 145, total at 8. Nickel move toward the Tigers and movement upward on the total, 150 and 8.5. Once again, Detroit open minus 145 up to minus 150. Total open 8 up to 8.5. 68% are leaning Detroit, 53% shaded toward the under. The Marlins are plus 135 on the money line. Detroit plus 130 laying the run and a half. Richards for the Fish, Boyd for the Tigers. Richards just 1-5 with a 4.44 ERA for the Miami Marlins. Miami also ranks last in road scoring, averaging just 2.5 runs per contest when traveling. Give me the Tigers minus 150 and the under 8.5 in that game. Next matchup, Phils, Cubs, 220 Wrigley Field. We actually have a total on this one. Chicago open 105, total at 8. Nickel move toward the Cubs and movement downward on the total, down to 7.5. Once again, Chicago open 105 up to minus 110. Total open 8 down to 7.5. 56% are on the Cubbies. We have a great pitching matchup in this one. Could see this matchup in the playoffs if things continue to go the way they are. We have Aaron Nola for the Phils, Big John Lester for the Cubs. Now, Nola does come into this game with a 4.47 ERA. Meanwhile, on the other side, Big John Lester, 3-2 with a 2.09 ERA. The Cubbies are also fourth in scoring and first in walks. Give me the Cubbies minus 110 and the under 7.5 in that game. Next matchup, Braves, Giants. Give me the Braves minus 105 and the under 7.5. Next game, Twins, Angels. No line on this game. Give me the Twins winning it outright. Next game, Tampa Bay, Cleveland, 610 Progressive Field. The Rays open the betting as the $1.70 favorite. Very weird there. I don't understand that, but maybe I'm reading it wrong. But anyway, the Rays, 170, total at 8. 10-cent move toward the Rays up to minus 180. Movement upward on the total as well. So once again, the Rays open 170 up to minus 180. Total open 8 up to 8.5. If you guys are out there, please just verify that because that line is really bizarre to me. So just verify that for me if you could and let me know in the comments section below. But as far as this game, I got 67% of the consensus on the Rays. 55% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Indians are plus 165 on the money line at home. Don't get that because they have Adam Plutko on the mound. He's 1-0 with a 1.50 ERA. I'm going to lean Cleveland plus 1.5 and the under 8.5 in that game, if that is correct. All right, anyway, next and final game for the show, it is going to be White Sox, Astros, 810 Houston. The Astros open a $1.80, total 9.5. Nickel move toward the Stros and movement downward on the total. Minus 185 and 9 flat. Once again, Houston open 180 up to minus 185. Total open 9.5 down to 9 flat. 70% are leaning Houston, 51% shaded toward the over. Right now, the White Sox are plus 170 on the money line. Houston plus 105 on the run line. We have Lucas Giolito for the White Sox. Martin for the Astros. Everybody loves Giolito. He's having a great year. I'm going to fade Giolito and the White Sox hard in this spot. Going completely contrarian. Give me Houston minus 1.5. Getting the job done on the run line for some really nice plus money. And the over 9 runs in that game. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me. Once again, please check me out on my website, patreon.com/BrockPage. Doing very well in several different categories on that site. Link is in the description section below. You don't have to buy anything. There's plenty of free content there as well. But if you want the good stuff, sign up for that daily best play, which starts at $1.99 per month. Most importantly, though, I want to thank you for watching this program, this free content, this free information right here on YouTube. This is what drives everything. This is what gets me going. Ultimately, I like being in front of the camera, delivering the stats, the info, engaging with you guys. Absolutely the best commenters, the best viewers in the world, man. I mean, we've really formed a great bond, a great friendship. And I feel like it's a great brotherhood that we have on this channel. So it's something I'm very proud of. I'm glad when people can come together and become friendly and even jab at each other. That's cool. I mean, that's very primal. That's human nature that we would have conflict. But ultimately, at the end of the day, very entertaining. And that's what it's all about. It's entertainment, and we want to be entertained. So anyway, thank you guys for checking out this free content. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free information. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow because tomorrow is Friday. Thank God it's Friday. The weekend is almost here. At least the weekend for you guys won't be for me because I'll be working like a dog. That's what they got me doing, man. That's my life these days. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Great to see you. And don't forget to check me out at patreon.com/BrockPage.